What's up, YouTube? Here with another video. This time I wanted to cover macros in this one, so that you guys, those of you that are confused about macros, what they are and everything, now you'll have a better idea of what it is and how it works. So basically, your macros can be broken down into three things, right? You got your proteins, you got your carbs, and then you got your fats. Your proteins are obviously like your meat, so chicken, fish, and stuff like that. And then for your carbs, those are your source of carb is just a fancy way of saying sugar, really. It's just sugar. And that's going to be your rice, your bread, and vegetables. Yeah, your vegetables are a carb source. It's in the form of fiber, so it's broken down and released differently, which makes a big difference, which is why it's important to focus on whole foods, right, when you're eating. And then you have your fats, which is obviously like your oils, your butter, the fat on meat, the part that tastes good, all that good stuff. And it's really important to keep track of your macros when you're trying to lose weight. That way you'll have a good idea of maybe what you want to focus on more, or maybe what you want to have more in your diet versus something else. Everyone's different. Everyone's going to feel different depending on what they eat, right? Some people are more comfortable eating a lot of fat. Some people are more comfortable with more carbs. And it all depends on your lifestyle, right? So if you're the type of person that's very active, you can probably get away with eating a lot of carbs, right? Because you move around a lot and you probably need a lot of carbs. And if you're not as active, you don't need as many carbs. Or maybe, you are really active, but you do fine with a lot of fat. Some people are like that. Some people, they perform really well eating high fat. Fat does help you feel satiated. So it really depends on you and your body. You have to, that's why it's always really good to measure your food. That's why I say the biggest hack when it comes to losing weight, use a scale, guys. Even your butter, and even a stick of butter that you use, if you still cook with butter. I mean, I'm big on butter because my family's French, so we've used butter our whole lives. When you look at a stick of butter, a lot of the times it'll have like lines on the side of the stick that'll indicate you how much butter that you're using, so you can use a tablespoon exactly. And if you cut it to that line measurement on the butter, you can weigh it, and then it'll tell you exactly how much you're using. Obviously, weighing is the best way, but I mean, if you can eyeball it also just by cutting it by using the line that's on there, and that works just fine. It depends on how meticulous you want to be, and obviously, the more meticulous you are, the better your results are going to be. But what's it called? Yeah, weigh everything. Pasta. Try and get like whole grain pasta. That's what I like to do whenever I eat pasta. I'll weigh out like 150 grams. It really depends on how active I'm going to be, or if I feel like I'm like really depleted. Like if I feel like really low energy, maybe I'll put in a little bit more. Maybe I'll put 180 grams. Sometimes 200 grams of carbs. Like if I think I'm going to play ball or something, or if I'm going to lift like really heavy. It just really depends. And then protein, I talked about this in another video already, but protein, you're going to want to focus on, it's going to be a gram per pound of lean body mass, all right? Not your current weight, all right? I'm 6'2", right now I'm at 193 pounds. I'm not eating fucking, 190 grams of protein. I'm sticking more to 160, 175, so that's my lean body mass. Maybe 180 sometimes grams of protein. I'm not eating 190 grams of protein, You have to remember that if you do that also, let's say that before I used to weigh, 230 pounds. If I had to eat 230 grams of protein, that's a lot of protein, and that's going to take away from me being to enjoy, those macros and other food sources that I would otherwise enjoy, like maybe I wanted, more pasta, and not because I want to keep a certain calorie deficit. I'm not going to be able to eat as much pasta because I have to hit my protein requirement, and if I hit my protein requirement, it takes up too many calories. So, count your macros, guys, and you can use an app to like calculate, your what's it called, your macros. It'll do all the work for you, so you actually don't have to do the math. I use the Lose It app. You download the app, it's free, and you put in, whatever you ate that day, and then it'll keep track of it. It'll add everything up. So or some people use MyFitnessPal. I think is another one that people use, so you can use that one. I just used the Lose It app because it was free, and it works for me. I just figured out how to use it, so I just stick to that one because it's easy. But at the end of the day, you can use whatever you want as long as you're tracking. I think tracking really helps because then you get to see also. First of all, you don't have to sit there and do the math. and then you get to see, oh, today I had 50 grams of fat, and then you get to see, oh, how do I feel with 50 grams of fat? Do I think I need a little bit more? Was I really satiated? And then it keeps track also of how many calories for your meals. You'd be like, oh, today, like I said in the other video, I'm big on burgers, right? I get the keto buns, and I like making fish burgers with maybe some tartar sauce or a little bit of mayo, 2 tablespoons of olive oil mayo or something. Sometimes I like that. Or sometimes I just pan fry the what's it called, the fish. And it doesn't have to be tilapia, right? I like tilapia because it's 20 grams of protein. It has very little fat, so it makes calculating everything really easy. And yeah, just stick to simple stuff like that. Simple stuff like that is going to go a long way. And using the app is really going to help, because then you can look at what you're eating. How much of each of the macros weighs. Let's say I had 165 grams of protein, and then I had 50 grams of fat that day, and only 150 grams of carbs. How do I feel? Did I feel really good today? How did I perform in my workout? Did I perform really well? And then you can play around with those numbers until staying within your caloric range, right? Within a caloric deficit, depending on how much of a deficit you want, until you feel comfortable, and then you'll find something that you enjoy doing, and maybe you'll realize, oh, you know what? If I cut this many carbs here, I'll be able to have I don't know, Gushers or something, some processed food that you probably like, or maybe some Chips Ahoy cookies or a brownie or something. I don't know, whatever it is that you want to snack on that you really enjoy. You'll realize, you know what, I'll have to cut out all this in order to have this at night so I can enjoy it, or have this before my workout so I can really enjoy it. Well, another thing I wanted to talk about when it comes to to calculating your macros and all that is yeah, you're going to realize that certain foods are going to be far more satiating than others. And when it comes to carbs, for example, carbs is a perfect example of this, because you can drink a shit ton of calories in soda. And soda is going to be mostly carbs, right? It's mostly sugar. And then you have something like vegetables, which are very little calories, extremely satiating. And this is why I keep saying it's really difficult to lose weight if you're going out to eat all the time. Because you're going out to eat all the time, you're not keeping track of all these different macros. You're not keeping track of your protein, of your carbs, of your fats. You don't really know how much of each you're getting in there. And usually whenever you go out to eat, the ratio of proteins to carbs to fats are not ideal. They're not going to be good, right? Your protein's going to be really low, which isn't ideal, and your fats and your sugars are going to be really high, it makes sense, because that's what they want. You have to realize, guys, that at the end of the day, if you live in the U.S. like me, this is capitalism, and people are here to make money. And if you own a business, do you want people to get full off of the food, that you're selling? No, you don't, because then they won't be able to buy more. You want them to be able to buy as much food as possible. So what do? You sell food that is hyper palatable, that tastes really good. That means food that is really sweet, that is really salty, and that's addicting. Sugar, we already know, is really addicting. And so that's why with every meal, what do they offer? A soda. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. I mean, this is why you have to, this is why an education is important, because when you educate yourself, then you realize, oh, you know what? The system is designed this way because they're trying to make money. They don't care about our health, guys. I mean, if I was a business owner, I'm trying to sell as much food as possible also, So I'm making the food hyper sweet, hyper palatable, has to taste really good, and I don't want it to fill people up, because then they can buy more food. Because if my food fills them up, they can't spend more money on my business. So what's the point in that? You're not going to want that, You're going to want to make as much money as possible. Therefore, that food's got to taste really good. And that's why I'm not going to lie to you and tell you, going out to eat doesn't taste amazing. It tastes fucking amazing. It tastes great. Whataburger, crispy fries, it tastes great. The What a Chicken tastes really good. The Big Mac at McDonald's tastes great. Oreos taste great. Chips Ahoy tastes great. Fruit by the Foot tastes great. All that processed food, it tastes really good for a reason, But you can have it within moderation, as long as it's within your caloric your caloric restrictions, As long as you keep it within your calorie range, you're going to be fine, and you're going to lose weight, But the main thing, like I said, at the end of the day, and like I said in the other video, your goal is to reach that calorie deficit. So you gotta make sure you eat a certain amount of calories. As long as you don't go over, you're fine, that means you can go out to eat. But when you go out to eat, you're going to be filling that void very quickly, and you're not going to be satiated. You're not going to feel full. So this is why, paying attention to your macros matters. You'll realize like carbs, they don't really fill you up unless it's like vegetables, and those are really good for you. They're full of all sorts of micronutrients, polyphenols, and all that good stuff that are really good for you. So they're going to help you lose weight better. Your digestion's going to be better. Obviously it depends on the person, right? Let me give my take also on artificial sugars, right? Obviously, if you got a medical issue, right, you're a diabetic, artificial sweeteners are fine, I would use those. You can't really have real sugar. But if otherwise you're perfectly healthy, I think artificial sugars are also fine, they're a means to an end because they're going to help you reduce your calories, So if you really feel like having something sweet, get some sugar-free, whatever drink that you like, and that works. Obviously water is better. If you're a diabetic, obviously you should stick to water. Even though artificial sweeteners are going to be better, you should definitely not be drinking soda. I think water is still the better option, regardless. Whether you have a pre-existing health condition or not, I think water is obviously the best choice, right? I think we can all agree on that. 0 calories, it's great. Spring water, that's what I like. I like spring water. I think spring water is really good. Or RO filtered water. I don't really like the purified water. The taste, it just doesn't taste as good. And those of you that drink a lot of water, maybe you can agree with that. And let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. Make sure to like and subscribe if you can. It'll help me out, and it'll help encourage me to post more videos if you guys like this type of content. At the end of the day, guys, macros, you're going to want to focus more on protein. Okay, protein has a higher thermic effect, so if you eat more protein, it's going to be better for you, and it's going to help maintain your muscle mass. Now, like I said before, it's a gram per pound of lean body mass, so don't get it confused, right? Me, I'm 6'2", 190 pounds. I eat 165 to 175 grams of protein. That's what I try and hit. Fat, you should hit at least above 50 grams of fat. I think that's a good amount for you to feel good. It help balance out your hormones and everything. Remember, for proteins and fats, there are essential amino acids and essential fats that you should include into your diet. Obviously, if you're overweight, I wouldn't really worry too much about the essential fats because you're probably storing that essential fat in your body. So I wouldn't worry too much about that, but it doesn't hurt to have fats in your diet. It's going to help you feel satiated. So don't shy away from the fat, It's like I said before. You can mix and match your macros however you want, as long as it's within an acceptable range. You're going to be, as long as you're at the end of the day, it's all about the calories. As long as you're in a caloric deficit, you're going to lose weight. So but try and focus more on protein. Bring up the carbs whenever you're gonna be moving around a lot. You're gonna have a really active day, and the more complex the carbs, the better. It's gonna be slowly released into your body. You're not gonna have as high of a glucose spike in your blood, which is really good. So that's what you want. And so your carbs, obviously vegetables are number one, right? That's the healthiest option. But it doesn't mean you can't have a Coke once in a while. You're healthy. You want to have a Coke. It's within your caloric needs. Have the fucking Coke, man. Don't be afraid. You want that tablespoon of butter? Have the tablespoon of butter with your pasta. That's fine. As long as it's within your calories, you're gonna be fine. And in protein, switch up the protein. I like lean fish because white fish usually it has a lot more protein, a lot less fat. It's great for me. That way I can keep track of my fat. That way I can increase the fat wherever I want it. Later on. Because I also like pasta. Also, sometimes I like to have a little bit of pasta with shrimp. I like garlic shrimp with some butter, with the pasta. It tastes really good to me. That's one of my go-to meals. Also, sometimes I'll have 150 grams of whole wheat pasta. And even the pastas, you can switch them up. They sell high protein pastas. Those are really good. You should try those out. So yeah, don't be like everyone else, guys. A lot of these people, I like to give this analogy. to me, it's like going out to eat all the time is the equivalent of, let's say you go to the gas station and you go fill up your car, right? You're filling it up with gas, and you tell the guy at the pump, right? I mean, maybe there isn't a guy at the pump, maybe at the register or whatever. You tell him, you know what? Once it's full, let it keep filling. You're gonna look like a fucking clown. Your car's gonna be there overflowing with gas. You're gonna have a giant puddle of gas underneath your car, and be like, "What?" Everyone's gonna look at you like you're a fucking idiot, wasting all this money. But yet, that's what a lot of us are doing with our bodies. Every time we go out to eat, we're eating 1,500 calories, 1,600 calories, 1,700 calories. We're eating all these calories, and our gas tank is overflowing. And on people, how does it show? We're fat. It shows on your face, It shows on your waistline, Like, it's bad, guys, and it's the first thing you say to people without saying anything at all is the way that you look. So it says a lot. You don't have to say anything. People look at you, they're already judging you. It is what it is, guys. So, don't be that guy that goes to the gas station and leaves the pump on and is there standing in a puddle of gas. Be the guy that actually pays attention, just like a normal person, and knows, exactly how many gallons they need to fill up their car, how many calories you need to fill up your tank. And if you're serious about losing weight, subscribe to my channel and keep watching these videos, and I'm going to give you, a lot of tips on how to be successful in doing this, And yeah, that's it for this video.